some money down on the car too, because I'm only thinking about like a condo or something small or whatever. But damn, these niggas got away with 30 to 40 G's. I really think, I don't know, please tell me how you feel about this. Nobody suffered any physical injuries or anything like that. Of course, Elisa was okay. Because she took off and left her friends there. She was like, forget this, I'm out. I probably would have done the same thing too. But for that to happen, so get this, you got these people with all this money. They're at an Airbnb, not at their own residence house. They're at an Airbnb, and they get robbed. I have not heard of this. If you heard of this, let me know. But I have not heard of somebody getting robbed. And not to laugh, I'm sorry, but when does that happen? Somebody gets robbed in an Airbnb. So my thoughts is that it's somebody who knows the crew, who knew they was going to be there, who knew they probably out there flossing and got all their jewelry on, yada, 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 having a good time inside. And that was probably just a setup. Most of the time, in my opinion, that type of stuff, when it's that close to home, is usually somebody in your camp. And it's so messed up because people will sit and smile in your face all day long and be plotting against you, for whatever reason. Sometimes it's not even because you got more money than them. It's just because they just straight envious of you, point blank. So I think that's what it really is. So moving on, whoever knew that Magic had a daughter named Elisa Johnson, please let me know because I did not know that. And if you guys seen EJ, I think I'm saying his name right, EJ Johnson's reality show, please let me know. And I'm going to have to look that up because I don't know if that's under E. I don't even know if I got that channel. And I'm not paying for nothing extra just to see somebody's reality show. So real talk on that. So the moral of this story is watch the company you keep. And everywhere you go, you don't have to floss everything. And who says they was flossing? You got money like that, 30 to 40, that ain't nothing. That could be some earrings, and that's it. So I'm glad Elisa Johnson is okay. I'm glad nobody was hurt because I don't wish that on anybody, but you just have to watch the company that you keep. Moving on in more entertainment news. So Mariah Carey's funny. Don't it seem like she kind of haven't even aged? Do you think that's just all like that Botox and stuff? I'm not sure. But I love Mariah Carey. She can still sing. I don't know as far as her hitting those high notes or she getting a little lazy with that, but I still love Mariah Carey. I have a lot of good memories dealing with Mariah Carey. But this is the tea with Mariah Carey and J-Lo. So I don't know if you guys remember, it was in the early 2000s. Mariah Carey, she was being interviewed. And let me see, who was she being interviewed here by? I have all of this. Anyway, Mariah Carey, she was being interviewed. And so the person who was interviewing her was asking her about other artists, Beyonce and a couple of other people. But when they brought up J-Lo, Mariah Carey infamous, response was, I don't know her. Now, Mariah, somebody can say, I don't know her, and it's like no shade or anything like that. But I feel like when Mariah say it, because she probably did a little bit, rolled her eyes and stuff like that. And you can just probably tell when she said it. Like before that, you ask, what's up with Beyonce? Oh, Beyonce's dope, yada, yada, yada. What's up with J-Lo? Oh, I don't know her. So I think it was kind of like one of those type of things. And supposedly they don't even know each other. They haven't even met each other, which is kind of hard to believe, too, because Jennifer Lopez has been in the game for a cool minute now, starting back in her Selena days. But, when stuff like this, especially with a celebrity like Mariah say something like this, it goes viral and it gets taken out of content, and that's basically what she's saying right now. She's saying that it wasn't no shade, but even while she was saying it wasn't no shade, she was straight giving shade. So I was just like, okay, whatever, Mariah. We all know that Mariah is a diva, but we still love her anyway. So J-Lo, right? So they asked J-Lo about it, and she was just like, she just keeps denying that they don't even have any beef with each other. And maybe she's just trying to be the bigger person and not really speak out on it or anything like that. Like, I feel that. And I don't think by her not speaking out is making her look silly or dumb or anything like that. If she is taking a higher role with it, then kudos to her. And I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't even used to like Jennifer Lopez. I didn't like, what's her name, Jen from the Block. I didn't like all of that, because I just felt during those times, I just felt like she just wasn't being who she was, and who she is who she is right now. When she was going through the whole Puff Daddy phase and all of that, BS, I didn't feel like that was, like, really her. So it was definitely just a come up because she was still making her ways, through the industry. And then J-Lo is very pretty. I actually think J-Lo is prettier than Mariah because Mariah wears so much makeup. I don't really know, like, if that's her. Like, have you seen somebody with so much makeup to where, like, you feel like if you, like, poke their face that your finger would just keep going in because they got, like, so many layers of makeup on? That's how I feel about Mariah Carey. And I feel about that with another actress. Her name is Jackie from 227 because I actually did see her years ago out on Hollywood Boulevard out in California, and she just had so much makeup on her. And I was like, dude, like, not calling her a dude, but, I say dude a lot, but I'm like, damn, she had a lot of makeup on. And it was just kind of like, if she took that off, she would probably be a totally different person. If you guys seen that episode in, I believe it was Family Guy, because I love Family Guy and American Dad. But it was this episode in Family Guy, and it was some performer or anything like that. And she was one person, or she was a dude. The person was a dude, and then when they went into their dressing room, they turned into Lloyd, the singer, which was a female. And that's how I feel like a lot of people are. You take off your mask and you turn into somebody else. And that's what just makeup does. Makeup is actually really false advertisement, too, nowadays. You take that makeup off, and then it's not the person who you originally met. But you like it, I love it. So anyway, moving on. I'm just going to keep this real short, somewhat. And probably a lot of people don't even care about this, but I am going to speak up on it just for the simple fact that he actually was our president. Senior George H.W. Bush. Don't ask me what the H.W. means. I can make up a lot of lies about that. But anyway, he died last Friday at age 97. His body was flown from Houston to the Joint Base Andrews in Maryland last Monday. Bush Sr. was our 41st president. My condolences to his families, as I do not wish that on anybody. I am a person who is really not good with death. So my sincere condolences to his whole family for this huge loss. As you all know, that when a president passes away, which I don't know if you guys know or not, but it's a lot of stuff that takes place, with the whole ceremony and all of that. And I'm not going to I need a drink. I'm not going to bore you with all of that, but just go ahead and Google it and see for yourself. But everything was laid out for him. And that is pretty much it with him. I'm sorry, out of all the presidents that we had that I can remember, I would say Bill Clinton is probably the most entertaining one. Excuse me. Trump, at first I thought he was I thought he was entertaining before he became president, but then once he became president, demeanor and just how arrogant he is and just a whole lot of things. I kind of just felt a little bit different because I feel like once you put on those big boy pants, then you got to act like a big boy, and there's certain ways that you need to address the nation, whether you are for what the majority feels or not. There's still a way to address the nation as the leader of a nation, and Trump just never really showed that, in my personal opinion. But I do know there is a lot of Trump supporters, and I'm going to end that with that. But Bill Clinton, I feel like, was probably the most entertaining president, only because of Monica Lewinsky with this whole BJ. Now, I have a lot to say about that, and maybe it's probably too much for this show right now, but Oh my God, the tea on that, and her coming out with a book, and then coming back out, readdressing the stuff. Like, I don't know how many of you guys probably feel like somebody is paying her to come back out. I don't know who would be paying her right now, considering that neither, well, maybe Hillary's thinking about running for president again, because we definitely know that Donald Trump definitely wants to run. He definitely wants to run because he even said it a while back ago. I wonder if he's going to have Kanye West on his administration team and maybe be like the new Omarosa. I don't know. Kanye West, he's like really moody, so we'll see about that. But the tea with Monica Lewinsky and this BJ, I feel like, and that wasn't the reason why Bill Clinton got impeached, but it did not help his case at all. It was other things which I can't remember right now because it's over and done with, and it's not, the whole BJ story. I'm like, how many presidents, period, then got BJs in the Oval Office? He is just and people was mad about this too. Like, how dare you? You're the president, yada yada yada. And these are probably some of the same people who voted for Trump, and they're just going in about this blowjob, and everything else. But when you actually hear more of the story, they had like a little. It wasn't just like, okay, she came up in the Oval Office, got on her knees, and started sucking him. It wasn't like that. It was like they had like a low key relationship on the low. And she made a comment saying how she thought how sexy he was. And I'm like, are we looking at the same person? Because Bill Clinton, he may be cool and people may say he's close to black, but he ain't black, But he is not cute. He got too much red going on in his face. I don't know if he's white or red. But besides that nose too, I'm not feeling that at all. Totally turned off. So I think she's just milking it. She's coming back out with this book after all these years, so she's just milking it. But like I said, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. I cannot believe, damn, it's been like already 30 minutes, and I'm about to be out of time. So anyway, I want to go ahead and end this show. Since we did not get to go over the business section, I do want to end this show on a grateful tip. Every show, I want to end it with stating something that I am grateful for. Every day we need to give thanks and be just grateful. I usually wake up thanking God, but I don't always speak on being grateful, and it's so much to be grateful for. I woke up the other day, and I was just, it was like a natural high, and it was just such a good feeling. I felt just grateful for just waking up. I felt so blessed, I felt it was just such a surreal feeling to where, you just feel so good to where you kind of just want to like either yell out or you just want to cry. That's how I woke up the other day, and it was just great. My whole day, like nothing can stop this feeling that was going through my body and my spirit, and I just want to speak more on that. So on the East Side, we will be ending this show on a grateful tip. So please feel free to go ahead and drop a line and let us know what you're grateful for. But today, I want to say I am grateful for today and being a witness to another day of blessings. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I thank you so much for tuning in to the E-Spot on WEXP 88.3 FM. Please feel free to go to www.eonh2owater or cbprivatebeverage.com if you're looking to start your own water beverage company. We do private labels, and we also do have a PIP, which is a payment installment program. So make sure you tune in next week when I'll be bringing on a couple of more hosts under the WEXP family, and I hope you guys have a beautiful and blessed